Right, the guess the guitar solo came from this record, right, which is a best of. I don't have the original album, and this is a best of Sniff and the Tears, and the song's called Driver's Seat, and since it popped into my head, which was about Thursday of last week, this is Sunday morning at the moment, I've mentioned it to a number of friends, and everyone said, oh man, what a song, Driver's Seat, Sniff and the Tears, you know, everybody seems to like it, and you may know it pops up right in the middle of Paul Thomas Anderson's film Boogie Nights, which is what did it. You know, I heard the bit and it's got the guitar solo that we'll get to in a minute on it. So when I heard that, I thought, God, that's that Sniff and the Tears song, Driving Seat. And that was last Saturday night I was watching the film, so I thought, I'm sure I could find this record somewhere. The next song on the best of, by the way, is called New Lines on Love, and there is a fantastic bit of guitar on that as well, so you know, maybe take a look at that. But track one, side one, well, it's a CD, is Driver's Seat by Sniff and the Tears, featured in Paul Thomas Anderson's Boogie Nights. Right, that was a bit long-winded, but let's get into the music. Surprisingly, it's a song, and I wouldn't have recognised this or noticed this, but I saw somebody say online, it's a song where the drum is just like a metronomic beat. I'm saying, what a fantastic drummer. And the beat is like the same, you know, as if there's no fills or anything like that. And it's also a song that in a way only has one bit, right? And that bit is B minor, A, G, right? So, but the rhythm's different, because the first time it goes, but the second time, so first time it's sort of syncopated, second time, so you could put that in a loop and just, you know, play the solo over it. Now there's a bit of confusion here because the two guitarists were called Netto and Mick Dyche. Netto was the one that I was aware of, and I just assumed that he would play the famous guitar solo. And there is a guitar solo at the end of the song which is really good too. I'll have a look at that later. But I found a number of videos on British television shows like Top of the Pops and stuff, and the guitar solo was played by a guy called Mick Dyche, who played with Wild Turkey and played, I mean, it's got to be one of the earliest BC Rich Mockingbirds in the UK, because I'm guessing it's about 76, 77 that the song came out. This morning I went looking for another video online, and I found a video with Netto playing it. Now both of them, they play it in exactly where I would guess the fingering is. So who played it, I don't know. If you can tell me, that's great. But nonetheless, the song itself is great. So we've got this. Right, one thing I do know, I think I know, is Netto played the kind of syncopated disco bits. Like there's a bit where there's a B chord. He chooses not to play the chords down the bottom because the singer's doing that. So you see Netto playing like that. So there's your B, there's your A, and there's a G. Right? Netto also plays a line like that. It's beautiful. That's over those three chords, and that's played in octaves. So there's a D, F sharp, D, and as I say, there's this. Right. Midway through, there's a breakdown section, and there's a keyboard, and the keyboard plays a line that, if you didn't have keys, I was thinking about this, it'd be possible to go. And tap it out like that. It seems to be a B, a D, and a high B. Like that. if you had to play that line, you didn't have keyboards in your band, right? Then we get this really short but fantastic guitar solo. We're in B minor, and the solo comes off the 9th, which is the C sharp. So from now on, I'm going to say the frets to make it easier, right? What's played over the is right. So it's coming off this one, which is the 14th fret of the B string, and that's your lick, right? It always sounded very Spanish to me. I always just loved this phrase, and it comes out of nowhere, and it's very fiery. And whether it's alternate picked or so we go 14, 15, still on the B string, 17, and then a descending Aldo Meola type system. We're going up to 15 on the high string, E string, 14, and then back to this 9th, the C sharp, which is 14 on the B string, and we play this. And it's all great, but that gives it a real emotional punch, I think. Right? So we're playing 14, 15, 17, but when we hit 17, we bend 15 to 17. Right, so that's the two notes. Lay down, and then we play 16 and 14 in G string. And then there's this glorious pause where he just lets it sit. And then there's a very Jeff Beck. And that's it. You know, we're back to right. And this bit is the 9 on the G string, which is E. So again, like this, we play the same note but two ways. So there's 9 on the G string, then we bend 7, pull it with your first finger, I would imagine is the easiest way to do it. Very Jeff Beck lick. Lay down to 7 and then play 9 on D string. And that's it, and it's just buying a heartbeat. And that's it. But as I say, there's lots of other great bits in it. There's a funk bit, there's that bit and Los Netto playing the octaves, which is all great. But that solo in the middle is just fantastic. So if anyone's interested, I'll have a look at the end solo. And if anyone can tell me who played it, please give me a shout.